What's the hardest part about being a man who is extremely skinny? Hard chairs and stools. Just feeling your butt bones grind against that surface. And grade school is nothing but hard chairs. Wait, what the frig? Is this not something everyone has? If I sit too long in my up position, I get bruises, so I'm used to just shifting between the top and backs of my butt bones. Nope, because most people have booties. For me, bone only makes contact with anything if I slouch down enough for my tailbone to connect. Otherwise, it's on my gluteus maximus and thighs. Having objects you bump into basically contacting your bones, causing your soul to temporarily leave your body. For me, it's when my hip hits something. I make car parts for a living, and bumping a piece of steel off your hip is indeed soul-crushing. Oh God, when you elbow or have shin contact. Ugh. My church once made us kneel for prayers. I was so sore for the next couple of hours. I never ever wear shorts. My legs look like plucked chicken legs, and I inevitably freeze my bum off every time, even in the middle of summer, FFS. I get a lot of flack for it. People just don't understand. I've always had skinny legs and a small butt, just like all the guys in my family. And high school I took up doing a lot of weighted squats, running and jogging up and down the bleachers, stairs, and that did a good number on my calves, thighs, and butt. The muscles on your legs are some of the biggest on your body, so they often have a tendency to grow pretty well when they're getting good workouts and lots of protein. They did far faster than my chest and arms ever have. Y'all are mostly focusing on aesthetics. Did you know that tall and skinny men have an increased chance of random lung collapse? Happened to my cousin recently. Thanks for the nightmares. I've had two now. Both happened in my sleep. 5'11", 135 pounds. The things they don't tell you in health class. Both required almost a week with a chest tube. The second time, they removed part of my lung. It happened on the same side both times, and I'm assuming from the same area. On the plus side, the highest potential for recurrence is 2 years, and the last one was 4 years ago, so if I had to trade 5% capacity in my left lung to never have to go through another chest tube again, I consider that a fair trade. Cuddling. Girls won't lay on you because you're like a pile of remotes. Always being asked why/how. Wow, I wish I could give you some of my fat, ha ha ha. The fact that I'm getting older and have developed a monster beer gut that is not proportional to my skinny body, and I look like one of those skinny aliens from Men in Black when I'm naked, or Dale Gribble. One of my former coworkers warned me of this happening. He said, just watch, when you hit your 30s, you're going to end up looking like a rope with a knot in the middle, especially if you drink copious amounts of beer. People grabbing my wrists and checking how big they are. Or wearing watches. I gotta use the last hole so it'll fit on my wrist. Had to friggin' make my own hole with a knife because my wrists are so skinny. If you're into the style, NATO straps are a godsend. They're meant for all wrist sizes and can be easily swapped into almost any watch. I get asked why I'm wearing a hoodie basically every day. Edit. Simple reason why is that I get cold easy. I solve this by owning 10 different flannels and cycling them. Flannels are your best friend, followed by slim fit pants. Match on Amazon. I'm glad I'm not alone. Plus, flannel is comfy, yo. Trousers. They never fit. Long shirts are fat, fitting shirts are short. Oh man, dude, this is so obnoxious. I'd like it if my belly button doesn't show when I reach up, but I also don't want to wear a frigging smock. Dating a skinny girl. It's like two xylophones knocking together in bed. Man, this really got me, lol. I swear we played half a symphony last time things got a bit steamy. Sitting down on anything that doesn't have a cushion. This includes chairs, benches, the ground, really most things. I've been seriously considering getting one of those hemorrhoid cushions just so the apparent bones in my bum cheeks don't grind against surfaces anymore. And doing sit-ups with the bony spine is just agony without a cushion. Frig, I thought I was the only one. Thank you, fellow skinny man, for sharing our struggle. A skinny girl chipping in here, but frig, until this thread, I've never seen anyone acknowledge it. Everyone keeps telling me I must be doing it wrong, even when I made them feel my frigging spine and tailbone jutting out of my body. Hated sit-ups. Finding clothes that fit right. 30 times 34, where are you? I used to be 29 times 32. Finding pants was impossible. 29 times 33, I feel your pain. 28 times 32, with ya. Marshalls or children's section. Constantly wanting to gain weight but having no appetite. As a former skinny guy, I agree 100%. For me, it was really easy for the longest time to be frustrated that I didn't gain weight because on occasion I'd eat a whole lot of food, but ignored the fact that on most days I really only ate 1 or 2 real meals. When I finally made the effort to put on weight, I was in college and had a meal plan and had to make a concentrated effort to eat a full breakfast, lunch, and dinner, as well as a 4th meal towards the end of the night. For the longest time, I had to develop a discipline to fill my plate and eat everything on it, no matter how full I felt I was towards the end. It started out rough, but over time I eventually developed a better appetite as I got big enough that my body needed the calories. It's a tough road, but it's well worth it in the end, I'd say. Lots of skinny guys think they eat a lot, but if you actually count it out, it's only like 2,200 calories a day. Start hitting 3,000 to 3,200 a day and you'll be gaining a pound or more a week. I, honest to goodness, can't imagine eating 1,000 more calories a day every day. Like, I don't think I could tolerate it. I had to drink it. That was the only way. Best thing you can do if you actually want to gain weight is make a high-calorie smoothie or shake before bed. Yogurt, cottage cheese, milk, fruit, protein powder. Delicious and can easily be 1,000 calories. I used to be 130 pounds at 6'1". There was more than a handful of situations where other men tried to use their size to intimidate me. Plenty of random shoulder checks for no reason other than, I'm bigger than you. If you're bony, you can elbow them back for an example of force versus pressure. 16 skinny me wasn't willing to potentially get my bum kicked. Getting massaged feels like you're being assaulted. As a massage therapist, how can we do better by you skinnier folks? Don't use your friggin' elbows at my neck, you psychopaths. Also, another tip unrelated, continuous motions or keeping your hands lightly on the body is better for people who are ticklish or jumpy. When you take your hands off, we tense in anticipation of the retouch, particularly that we don't know where it's going to be when we're face down. It creates a spasm when there didn't need to be one. When a girl tries to rest her head on my shoulder, only to realize it's too bony. Or when you're in a packed car, so you sit on someone's legs and your bones impale their legs. I had a girl flirting with me in high school sit on my lap, then got up saying loudly how bony my legs/knees were. Yeah, that was a great feeling. Things like this have happened to me so many times. Each time I die a little on the inside. Can relate. Husband is 5'10" and 120 pounds and is not a comfy person to lean against. Still love that lanky frig to death though. There's hope. You're really cold all the time. Some days I take an extra shower just to remember what warmth feels like. At work, I'll wash my hands several times a day with warm water just to get some feeling back in them. I am an extremely skinny dude who has never met anyone as skinny as I am, and this thread is frigging eye-opening. All my daily annoyances all in one Reddit thread. The wind being stronger than you are. Everything being stronger than you are. If you get really sick, you pretty much just die. Edit, I'm 25 and have weighed 115 pounds since I was like 12. My office is talking about doing a weight loss competition. Pretty sure if I joined in, it would kill me. Not only am I skinny, but I'm tiny too. 5'4" and only about 100 pounds. Doctors are certain I'm underweight, but no amount of protein seems to work. I also look like I'm 15 and in high school, when in reality I'm 24. I guess the hardest thing for me is being stopped at a courthouse and asked where my parents are at. Happened on more than one occasion. Ever been to a casino? From time to time, I'll get accosted by multiple members of staff at once asking me to produce ID or leave, or security guards needing to call someone over to double check my ID even after they scan it and it shows as good. There's that, and everyone's staring at you because they're wondering how some kid got on the floor. Yeah, it happened to me once on a casino at a cruise. They called security because they were dead certain my ID was fake. And it sucks because they're never going to remember you, so every time you go back, you just have to go through the same thing. Having girls say, I wish I was your size. Reply with, yeah, me too, before getting slapped. The double standard. People have no problem commenting on my weight. You need to eat more. Go eat a cheeseburger or something. People usually don't say that kind of stuff to people that are overweight. Why do they think it's okay to say that stuff to skinny people? The former manager of my department said to me, you're too skinny, you need to gain weight, in the middle of a meeting. She'd be in HR mediation for the rest of her life if she said the opposite to an overweight person. And that brings us to the end of the video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more videos just like this. Also, if you'd like to make sure you don't miss any future videos, click the bell icon and turn on notifications. And then that way, you probably won't miss any future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.